Hello once again everyone, I am playing with Maui with a special video. This is Banjo-Kazooie's Stop and Swap secret, and it is probably my most favorite video game secret ever, just because of how awesome it was. This great game had a lot of cheats and secrets in it, but none more hyped and mysterious than Stop and Swap. I'm going to be running down each of the secrets and explaining how to get to them, so let's go ahead and check it out. To unlock each of these, you must first go to Treasure Trove Cove. Once there, patch up Leaky the Bucket to open the Sand Castle, and after you kill Mr. Snips or Mr. Claus or whatever his name is, you can then start putting in codes by slamming down the letter tiles starting with the word cheat. Each time you hit the letters in the word cheat, you'll hear a cow moo. You can then input the codes, and they are very long. After completing each one, you'll get a cutscene to indicate a correct code. So we're going to start off with the first one, or at least in this video, it'll be the first one. And it is in Treasure Trove Cove, which is where we're at right now. And so the code is, out of the sea it rises to reveal more secret prizes. And once you slam down that S, you'll notice that Shark Food Island has suddenly risen up out of the water. And so we'll move on to the second one, which is in Gobi Valley. And it is, a desert door opens wide, ancient secrets wait inside. The third one, which is actually in Mad Monster Mansion, is, don't you go tell her about the secret in her cellar. And that, obviously, is in the cellar of Mad Monster Mansion. Now, there's actually a second one in Mad Monster Mansion, and it goes, amidst the haunted gloom, a secret in the bathroom. I know of two people who are really going to enjoy that one. The next one is actually in Rusty Bucket Bay, and it is, this secret you'll be grabbin' in the captain's cabin. And the last egg, which is in Click Clock Wood, goes, now Banjo will be able to see it on Nabnut's table. It kind of looked like they weren't asleep for a second there, and they're like, quickly, get back in bed. And the last one, which is for the ice key, which is in Freeze Easy Peak, goes, now you can see a nice ice key, which you can have for free. Now, the first two eggs and the ice key aren't really a surprise to Banjo-Kazooie players, and if you're not sure why, I'll actually show why a bit later in the video. But first now, we're going to be going on and, well, collecting those eggs and that key. So right outside we go to Shark Food Island, hopefully getting out of the way of Snacker the shark. He's really not that hard to deal with. In fact, you can kill him with eggs, but I decided not to. I was going to be nice. Otherwise, PETA might be on me about that. So once you enter the Shark Food Island, you'll notice that you get crazy, awesome fanfare music, as well as with every single one of the egg places that you visit. Now, this one is really tedious to get to. It's really the hardest one to actually get to. You have to jump a whole bunch of times to the very tip top of this weird spire. And once you get on top, you can grab the pink egg. Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, you know, we always could make a pink omelet out of it, but I guess, whatever. Also being completely nutso crazy. And moving on to the next one, in Gobi Valley. So here we go into the ancient pyramid something or other, wherever we are. And down the way we go to this crazy-looking sarcophagus that has, that looks like a bear on it. Perhaps it's Banjo's ancient Egyptian super late grandfather. I don't even know. Jumping on inside and getting that blue egg. I'm surprised it's not mummified. It really should be. Another one of those special eggs. They are pretty special. They are indeed. So now we run right back on outside. And out of the door we go into the next one. And that is in Mad Monster Mansion cellar. Down to the wine cellar we go, because it's always good to have wine in kids' games. Into one of the actual barrels we go, and there's no wine in this barrel, it's just an egg. I guess they were keeping it vintage. Vintage sky blue egg. Why not? You know, I mean, hey, you know, you get like pickled eggs, you know, why not? Kill this ghost. Show him who's boss. Crazy ghost floating around, bothering me. I'll teach him. Now, for the second one in Mad Monster Mansion, on top of the toilet. Logo the toilet, as he's called. Ah, there he is, looking all nasty and dirty and brown. And there's a green egg on top. Would have made a lot more sense if it was a brown egg, but you know what? They can't be perfect. Get out of here, skeleton. You're ruining my moment. Trying to get out of the toilet water here. Which probably hasn't been plunged in a long, long time. And Banjo says absolutely nothing. Okay, sure. Why not? And this skeleton also needs to be shown who's the boss. Because, well, you know, got the gold feathers, might as well use them. Now we move on to Rusty Bucket Bay. And towards the, it's like towards the front of the ship, and then you'll be on the opposite side from where you start from. Is the captain's cabin. And the red egg. That is held up inside. Oh, some free gold feathers. And don't mind if I do. You know, I'm totally not stealing or anything. Alright. And with that, that is the 5th of the 6 eggs. Might as well check out the place, see what's going on here. No, he doesn't have any skeletons in his closet, but he does have weird sewer monsters. Might as well take care of that for him. And to the final egg in Click Clock Wood, in the winter time, you actually have to go and get it. Into Nabnut's house, the crazy fanfare. And I love how Nabnuts has found himself a girlfriend. I completely forgot about that. Because, I mean, you don't actually see her, like, throughout, like, the entire rest of the game when you're helping him, but now all of a sudden he's just sleeping with one. Hey, you know, why not? It's just one of those things. Might as well just walk on top of them, you know, they're sleeping, and they're not gonna mind me. Nope, I'm just gonna stand here and stare at them. Alright, that's enough of that. So with all of the eggs down, we now move on to Freeze Easy Peek into Waz's cave. And into this cave. Now, it's actually noticeable playing through the game normally when you go up here and get the Jinjo and the couple of feathers. I believe there's a couple of feathers up there. And you can actually see it through, like, that glassy ice. And look at the brilliant ice key and wonder what is its function. I think its function is just jumping up and grabbing it. And it doesn't have, like, a crazy effect, which is kind of disappointing. An enormous ice key. We ought to keep this for later. Hopefully it doesn't melt. You know, just saying. And that's a possibility, since it's made out of ice. So once you start collecting any of the stop and swap items, you can look inside your totals in the pause menu, and after realizing that it took you an hour and a half to finish Click Clock Wood, you can then move on to see each of the stop and swap items that you have collected. And that's all of them right there. So I did mention that for, like, veteran Banjo-Kazooie players, it's not really a big surprise, you know, the first few things. And this would be why, once you collect all 100 Jiggies and you finish the game, aside from the crazy double entendre of the lady in the swimsuit with the 2 giant melons right in front of her, Mumbo then says that he found secret pictures that he's totally not going to post on the internet. And he decides to show them to Banjo and Kazooie. So they're actually secrets, as he claims, for the new game that's supposed to be coming out, Banjo-Tooie, which was amazing because, you know, like, they're pretty much spoiling the fact that there's going to be a sequel to the game before, you know, actually saying it anywhere else. They said it in the game. So he goes ahead and shows you these couple of photos, which are actually, like, moving photos. It's just Mumbo magic. You don't question this. And don't mind that crazy glitch on the bottom of the picture there. That was just the emulator, you know, being a big fat screw-up. It's just one of those things. And so it's almost like we've seen this before or something. So I actually decided to double speed this, if you couldn't tell. Just so it wouldn't take up too much time. And there it is, the pink egg. Go up and grab it! Jerk! Fine. Let's see how it is. So then he moves on to Freeze Easy Peek. And goes ahead and shows off the ice key. Now, Kazooie actually mentions a couple of things that I'm sure everybody was thinking at the time. And she was basically asking, what the heck do these things do, you know? So then he shows a third secret, which is actually the second egg that I showed in Gobi Valley. And after ignoring the insane graphical glitch on the mountain back there, Kazooie decides to try to be nice to Mumbo to tell them what they do, but unfortunately Mumbo is not budging. And he does not even tell how to get them either, only explaining that they'll be revealed in Banjo-Tooie. Now, the story behind that was that basically it was supposed to take advantage of the Nintendo 64's RAM, that however many of the stop and swap items you collected in Banjo-Kazooie, you could quickly turn off the game and swap it to, or switch games to Banjo-Tooie, and then it would basically be saved in the RAM to be moved into Banjo-Tooie, and you would have those stop and swap items in Banjo-Tooie. Unfortunately, that didn't really work out because of technical difficulties, and they didn't really reveal that until a long time later. I believe it was about a decade later, which had a lot of us Banjo-Kazooie fans pretty much stuck in suspense for a long, long time. They did give a stop and swap functionality to the Xbox Live Arcade's version of Banjo-Kazooie, which was, you know, a port, and basically gave it functionality with Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts, but it just was not the same. So anyway, that is it for this Banjo-Kazooie Stop and Swap Secrets gameplay video. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this. If you like this video, why don't you subscribe or check out some of my other videos. There's more on the way, so stay tuned. Don't forget to rate, and pretty much I'll see you all next time.